It is your Wednesday night sports delight, the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth
B Baker.
with that new chair.
Yes, sir. Feeling good and comfy over here, man.
Because when it's about
It
sports
becomes our business.
and business just picked up.
Yes, sir.
Representative for Stan, he's getting that paper tonight, y'all, so he won't be on the show.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I told him, well, we both told him, do your thing, bro.
Yeah, proud of him,
Get
man.
that bread, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yeah, we know how much you love sports, so you know what I'm saying. It take a real man to put your priorities where they need to be at. So
That is
do your
definitely
thing, man. We be here when you get back.
that is definitely correct, man. And to all our followers, thank you very much for showing love throughout this time. We all know that there's no sports going on at all,
Man, that's crazy.
but we're still able to produce a show for you, have a great time, have great guests like we do, like we have, excuse me, tonight. Let me put on make sure my sound good. Hold on real quick. But yeah, so like I said, just having so many great guests over the past few months, not weeks,
Yeah.
but months.
Yeah, we getting it in, man.
Yeah, man. So shouts out to you. And it doesn't stop tonight. We have two great guests up close. First up, we have Coach Trey Porter. You may know his story from his time at Roosevelt. It was cut short because he was just doing something positive for the kids,
Exactly.
but the system didn't want him to be great.
That's how they always do. Something better coming for them, though.
Yeah,
So you already know, man.
yeah. So look forward to hearing the story. All right, say something again, B.
What up? What up? Yeah,
All
it's
right,
way better. Way
there we
better.
go.
Yeah.
So my bad, people. Now y'all can hear B once again. So he's here. You can hear him now. That's on me. My bad on the production, but now it'll be good.
Right.
So once again, Coach Trey Porter, the system they basically try to stop him for real, and they did.
They did.
And look forward to hearing his story very soon. And we also have from representing Mo Better Sports, the owner, CEO, founder. If you hear Mo Better Sports, you know this man, John Albert.
Yep.
I've been looking forward to having him on the show. Unfortunately, because of everything going on right now, we couldn't
Right.
have him here in person. Just trying to respect, the boundaries and the rules and everything.
Speaking of which, you kind of close tonight, ain't you, partner?
I'm kinda, but I'm not all the way over. So, matter of fact,
if you cough anything, make sure it's over that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So with that being said, let me just slide over. There we go.
There you
a
go,
little bit
man.
more.
Go and give me some breathing.
There you go.
Right here, man. You know what I'm saying? A little tense over here, man. You know what I'm saying? One cough away, man. Like, man, can't do it.
He says a little tense.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like I said, John Albert, a guy I've known since high school, and you think about high school sports, especially in basketball, you think about John Albert, man. He's done so much for the community.
Yeah.
We'll talk about his accolades as winning a certain award in the Public High League. We'll discuss that.
Okay,
So
yeah.
in the meantime, for everyone, please share this stream right now. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube, share. Let everybody come on in to the next 2 hours or so and enjoy some great conversation, man.
Yes, sir.
So outside of that, man, how's business been going with you, man?
Business picked up a little bit this year, man. Shout out to everybody supporting Underdog Lawn Care. I got a couple new employees that's working with me and a couple new clients. But it was all about word of mouth. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody put it out there like that. So, about you, man. I seen y'all had the three-headed monster show the other day.
Man, shouts out to Zolani.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Sadala Select. It was our first of many shows. We're going to probably do it every other weekend.
Yeah.
Just a nice little club quarantine vibe going on. We know so many other DJs are doing great things.
We need it, though.
Spoken word artists are having poetry shows online. You having people having concerts now.
Yep.
Shouts out to my homie sax man Kelvin Evans. He did something yesterday. So everyone just being creative, and that's the
Yeah.
beauty of our culture.
Yeah.
Is that we can be so creative and doing so many different things.
Yeah, I saw, shout out to D-Lay, man. They did a comedy special. It's like, it was D-Lay. It was, man, I can't think of everybody off the top of my head, man. But it was a bunch of known comedians, man. They had, everybody did, they set in their living room. So it was tight, man. So I look forward to looking for more. I need to follow more comedians. This also made me start following more people too, man.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Because you like, man, I just want to have that fix where, you know, we get some kind of entertainment, man. So,
Yeah, man, got to. You
yeah.
know, just continue to just use your creative juices, man, and go off it. This is the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the time to dig in and really figure out some things in your life.
Yeah.
You know, I told you, or I told some other people, like, you know, it's the reason why this is going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not just no whatever kind of thing. It's the reason why this pandemic is going on during this time.
Yeah.
And one of my beliefs is that it's just one of those situations where God is letting y'all know y'all putting everything else
in front of me.
In front of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the people that crack me up the most is the people that's like, oh, well, God got me. I'm just going to wait this out. Nah, that ain't the answer neither. You still got to do your work. I mean, you know, Noah had to still build the ark. He ain't just sit there in the water and be like, God got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got to do the work. So, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, this is a wake-up call that we needed. And like my pastor said a few years ago, it always stuck with me, where he said, to get the good out of stuff, you got to shake it up. You know, catch up, you know what I'm saying? Any kind of condiment, stuff like that. It ain't never as good until you really shake. Man, because humanity in itself, man, we just separate from each other in all angles and sports, because everybody knows sports brings everything together. I don't care, you know, how you feel about somebody else. Y'all got the same sports team and they doing good at the same time. Y'all in the arena together, y'all high-fiving and everything like that, no matter how you feel about them before that, you know, situation. So that's the beauty that's highlighted on sports to me right now is with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till it get back started, man. Can you imagine them first games?
Oh my God, this is gonna be so. Like, remember 9/11 when, you know, they were all for a minute, but then that very first game, no matter what sport it was, they were just so moving.
Lit,
you know,
man, and it's gonna be like that for a minute when this come back, man. So,
but just have a bigger appreciation, whether it's the big things or the small things. Just have a better appreciation on things when stuff eventually open back up, because it will. We just don't know when. Stay positive. And with that being said, as we get into the round table, the first thing I want to start off with is our condolences to Carl Towns' mother, who passed away. We know a few weeks ago that he had that emotional post, and you know, environment, of course, and everything. And she recently passed away, I believe, on Sunday or Monday. So our condolences. We know it's not easy for some. You know, there's no way that we can relate, you know, for others.
My mom,
Exactly. It's a whole different vibe right there. And then Tavares Jackson, former quarterback, brother, man. I remember him on other teams. He died in a car accident in Alabama. You know, just like, wow, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. And to all those who are going through hard times with the loss of a loved one, someone who's sick, who's not themselves, we prayers up to you.
Right.
Prayers up to you. That's all we have to say, man. It's prayers up. Man, XFL.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I appreciate our commercial even more.
Yeah.
And that experience that we had.
That was the last game, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Crazy. Who would have thought? Because and if you don't know, the XFL, they decided to pretty much fire everyone. Yeah. And they went on and went bankrupt.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're gonna come back. This virus hit at the, of course, anytime it hits, it's the wrong time. But in regards to the XFL, it was just bad timing, because they were trying to build something. And as you said before, the commercial that we shot,
that's
was
crazy.
The day against
that's why you
don't
put your eggs in one basket. They say that all the time, and I'm pretty sure they just looked at it like, man, you know, the next 5-10 years we straight, man. We open up the upper deck. You know what I'm saying? We the first team to do it. Here come all this money we about to make. This and that, and then bam, 3 games into the season, it's a wrap.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. So yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Because we had plans on going to a game. I know Saddam had the season tickets.
Season tickets, dog. That's the herder, man.
And like I said, they filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And looks like we may not have any more calls, man. It's crazy. And please feel free throughout the show to leave your comments. No matter, once again,
I got a couple people on my live right now.
There you go.
What's up, Kayla? What's up, Katie? And
what's happening?
What up, Joe? He talks as a Laker fan, how's Dwight Howard's second coming go? Hey man, he good with us right now, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him.
He ain't got no beef right now.
I ain't got no beef with him right now, man. I know you trying to get me to go there, man.
You can't right now though.
Nah. He all good with us right now, man. So yeah, shout out to y'all. What's up with y'all?
And
man?
especially with the Lakers, they were playing some great basketball.
Yeah, like we was about to do it. Yeah. That's another chip that we just basically just waiting to get.
So do you feel if this NBA season does not come back, and not just to be, but to everyone watching the show, leave the comments throughout the night. We got y'all. Yeah. But do you feel that if this season does not come back, that the window for the Lakers to win a championship will be over?
Nah, I think we got one more good year in us. But the thing is, we don't even got Anthony Davis locked in.
Exactly.
That's the thing. That's the scary part. We don't got nobody locked for real.
Exactly. Outside LeBron.
LeBron the only one. We could have a whole new team next year. I just thought about that.
Danny Green signed a 2 or 3 year deal.
Okay, Danny Green.
But I mean,
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
I got you.
We ain't got nobody we just like, yeah, we straight now, man. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
it just so much bad timing.
So much bad. We was at the peak. Like, man, we was balling, dog.
Like, just beat Milwaukee Bucks.
Man, and the Clippers.
Yeah,
finally.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
LeBron was playing some of his best ball.
And the way they was playing, like Avery Bradley was straight hooping, dog. Yeah. Like he not hurt at all. Right. Well, it wasn't at the time.
Right.
So, but I mean, and that's the thing about the season. No matter what, it's still a regular season. Mm-hmm. We still don't know how the playoffs would have played out. That's the thing I hate the most. And then this season, whether it come back or not, gonna have a permanent asterisk on it. Mm-hmm. So whoever win it, they gonna have that asterisk, just like when the Spurs won in '99. Luckily for them, they came back and won a few more, but that would have been their little fluke, you know what I'm saying, championship.
Right. But going back, in regards to any more comments before I continue?
What up, Vaughn? What's up with you, boy?
Once again,
shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all share it. Check it out on YouTube. We on Facebook Live, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all showing up and saying what's up, man. What's up, Kenny? What's up, Tony?
T-Bone says there are still some possibilities in regards to the XFL.
Right, yeah. It's still, I mean, it's not a closed situation, but it's just the fact that they was just getting the ball rolling and they got to deal with this now. You know what I'm saying? So
then Andre Tucker says no, LeBron will put together a winning team. Now I know he said LeBron will put together.
LeBron always the GM. Everybody knows that. Like everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? Like we have a GM,
right?
But LeBron, you know what I'm saying? LeBron the GM automatically. Yeah. Like he was gonna bring everybody in,
right? So once again, XFL going through the issue because of the COVID-19.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. We know some guys on the XFL have signed deals. Great news. Don't know about the other ones, but we'll see.
Right.
T-Bone says, remember y'all idea about the NFL. The
G League, yeah.
Yeah. And which I'm gonna bring that up very soon too.
Yep.
A bad day if you are a big fan of the WWE.
Yeah, they've been going. They've been rid of everybody, man.
You recall a couple years ago when ESPN went through that phase of slashing people?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing right now because of this virus.
Exactly.
They're not generating a lot of money because people don't like to see wrestlers wrestling without fans in the stands.
Yeah, because the fans really do make it, especially now. Like, this is the most crowd participation I've ever seen. Like I said, I just got back introduced to it recently with y'all.
Right.
But, when we was growing up, you had signs and stuff, but you ain't have all these chants. You ain't have all this, you know what I'm saying, people going out talking to them, this, and that. Interaction with the fans is so much more important now. So I didn't even think about that till you just brought that up. Mm-hmm. And, that make perfect sense, bro, like for real.
Yeah, so revenue is going down in the WWE stock. People are not subscribing to the network anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So the money makers ain't really making that money like they was because of what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So McMahon and them had to make some cuts. And I left a post on our page, so I won't go through all the wrestlers, but there are some very well-known guys. Some of them are past their prime, so it wasn't like, oh my God. Yeah. But there's some that was on the rise that got cut.
Yeah.
Guys that maybe weren't on TV a lot. So It's like, well, you're not going to be on TV a lot right now. We're not even going to have you. So, but some of them are in good spirits. I haven't seen all the comments. but this a rough time, man.
Yeah, it is,
A rough time
man.
overall. And going back to the developmental stage. Oh, and T-Bone Funk says there's more to it than people not watching. Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I was just saying earlier. So yeah, just so
Hey
many
man,
different, so many different
know the
things.
play. Feel free to come in and inform us, man. You a cousin of the show too. You know what I'm saying? You've been also nativized.
Oh yeah, he
You know
already
what I'm saying? So, T-Bone, feel free, man. Jump in when you can and further explain what you're trying to say. Because, with short comments, people only getting the gist of what you actually trying to say.
Right.
You know.
And what I would say is hold off on that until we get done with our two guests.
Right.
T-Bone,
My fault,
and then we'll get you on live if we
Right.
want to discuss furthermore.
Right.
Because I don't want to leave our guests waiting because once again, we do have a great show.
Yeah.
But the last topic in regards to the round table, going back to the developmental stage or leagues. So we know that what I said about the XFL, how certain guys, made it going to the pros now because of playing in the XFL, getting that exposure. So there's been some buzz about certain prospects now who already signed a letter of intent going into these colleges.
Right.
For instance, there's a top five, a 5-star, prospect that already signed a letter of intent going to Michigan, but now he's decommitting from that and is going to play either overseas or you got these other guys who's considering the G League, the NBA League.
They've been doing that anyway, though. You know what I'm saying? Because with the new rule, it's starting to backfire against them. The 1-year eligibility, they thought, all right, we're gonna promote the NCAA.
Yep.
Y'all not the only girl in the room no more. You know what I'm saying? So now people got options to move around and go around it. And now with this is even more because people really okay, man, life too short, man. I need to start getting this money right now. So they gonna go on and do it, man. So I mean, to me, I feel like the options that these kids got is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like with them having that, with them having those options, man, like you said, you want to feed your family, this and that. And with this situation now, a lot of people financially in a bind right now. So that's going to be even more of a thing for them to feel like they got to get paid right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So.
And B was laughing because I don't know if you saw the comment on YouTube yet, which, by the way, shouts out to Stacy Klaus. She says, good evening, gentlemen.
What up?
Good evening to you. And Katrina, she says, hey, guys, stay safe. Wear those masks. Bam.
Bam.
Bam. There we go.
Got them. Appreciate you.
We got it right here. Shouts out to Rashida Kemp.
Yes. Keeping us safe out here.
Follow us on all them social media pages. I left her information on Facebook and on Instagram. So,
hey, man,
follow. If you need some masks, holla at her.
Shout out to this mask era for my coworkers that got bad breath in the morning. I haven't had any beef with y'all in the last couple weeks. So on a lighter note, I appreciate these masks that we get to wear them without offending nobody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, appreciate the masks. These actually well made, man. I like these.
Yeah.
These tight.
It's something different.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I got the old flannel joint. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what's up, man.
And Stan, if you're watching, yours is coming. Is coming. Gary Smith on YouTube says, young ball brother skipped the process. Right.
Yeah.
So
Ball the team.
So LaMelo Ball.
Yes.
He was playing in Australia.
Yep.
And after he's done, because he's going to the league, top 5 pick.
Exactly.
He gonna be, and I said this to the guy, to Sadal and Stan a while back. Watch this dude be a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
And
he might be number 1 pick. Honestly,
I still say he might be better than Lonzo.
Yeah, Lonzo's spirit got broke. Lonzo's worst thing that happened to him was going up against Pat Beverly his first game. He was done after that. He broke that boy's spirit, man. Then what he had to go through with then he's on the wrong team. You know what I'm saying? You don't play with LeBron your first year, you know what I'm saying? So
No, he didn't.
He didn't play with LeBron, but he went to the Lakers his first year. I'm tripping.
Right.
So you got that limelight with your dad.
That was the issue. Was his dad?
It was too much against him.
Yeah.
LaMelo ain't gonna have it. His dad learned his lesson now. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna come to the Lakers. We don't got that kind of pick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So wherever he end up going, I feel like he'd be a little more successful. Not that he's a better player. He's just gonna be in a better position, and he got to learn by watching what his brother went through.
Right. So as go back to it here, as Gary Smith said, So now him and his manager or someone, I forgot who it was. I want to say it's his manager
Hopefully
or agent or whatever.
Yeah.
They bought the Australian team.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
And like you say, about to be a top 5 pick. So
I'm not only the client, I'm the player president. Man.
Shoot, man. Hey, I'm not a company man. I am the company.
Man. We dropping quotes. All right, good. I'm Michael Jordan. I play for the team I own. Shout out to home. Man.
All right, man. So once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth. Then is he's out right now. He's making that
getting
money.
That money, man. You know what I'm saying?
He is
career-oriented brother.
There it is. All right, let's see here. So, change of plans. Let me go ahead and make this difference here.
All right.
Real quick.
Once again, shout out everybody on the line. What up, LD, Carlito? What up, boy? Marco, Ken, Greg. But yeah, right. Man, I've been watching ESPN Classic, watching NBA TV. You know what I'm saying? Give us a good chance to see all the stuff that we missed. I mean, the stuff that we forgot about back in the day that came up. You know what I'm saying? Some of the players and everything like that. So,
right. All right. So
I got on the line.
I believe he is ready.
Okay.
All right. So without any further ado, so our first guest, it was. Change of plans.
All right.
But once again, I appreciate these guys being part of the show. But our first, any further ado, man, he is the owner, the CEO, the founder. You think about Mo Better Sports.
Mm-hmm.
This man right here.
Mm-hmm.
This man right here.
Mm-hmm.
Think about high school sports. Think about women's basketball. At one. Across the country, traveling during the summertime with this team, making noise, being a difference maker. Without any further ado, everyone, show some love to Mr. John Albert Jr., man. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? What's good with you guys?
What's up with you, boy?
Good to have you on the show, man. I appreciate you joining us, man.
I appreciate you guys having me, man. For real.
Yeah, man, definitely. It's definitely an honor. I was telling everyone earlier, it's been a minute. We've been trying to get you on for quite some time. I know our schedule's been crazy, but
yeah, man.
And unfortunately, this type of issue, this pandemic, got us along, to be on the show together.
Yeah.
But once again, thanks for being part of the show, man. How you been doing?
I've been doing all right, man. This is a different time, uncharted territory for a lot of people in the world, and so. You get a chance to sit down and reflect on life and stuff. You get a little bit more time to do a little bit more things. Spend some time with your families and enjoy that aspect of it.
Right.
Exactly. So with this pandemic going on, how has it affected you with your everyday coaching or getting your squad together, etc.?
That was drastically, especially for when you talk about summer basketball. Summer basketball will be going on right now, and typically we would have been playing our first tournament this past weekend, right before we got a chance to go to Boo Williams in a couple weeks for the NCAA certified event. So this impacted us. I've still kept in contact with our kids through Zoom and other media outlets as far as that. And then with my school kids, we have a group meet that we're all in with, and so we all talk in our group meet, all the coaches and kids. We're responding there with each other and just, do a daily a check-in and make sure everybody's good and safe.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
Wait, hold on. We got closed caption now?
Are you talking on YouTube?
Yeah. I'm sorry, tripping off of it.
Well, no, sorry, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook is based on some updates here to try and enjoy it. But yeah, man. So, John, before we even get even further to the summer sports and everything, let's take it all the way back. Something I did with the twins last week, the Pitts brothers, Derek and Doran. So
side stuff.
Might as well, because hey, you already know what it is.
Right. I already know.
But let's take it all the way back, man. Once again, I met you doing my, I believe, sophomore or junior year in high school at the V. Um, I think we played what? Baseball together, soccer. In soccer, for those who may not have known, what position did you play in soccer?
I think I was I don't know what you call that. I was a forward or something like that. Whatever you call that in soccer.
Okay.
I was out there trying to score. Because I wasn't going to play no defense.
And what's so crazy is that a lot of people didn't even realize that we had a soccer team.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one year I did it, it was just to have a little fun because I was playing football also.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did it just to be doing something, just to kind of stay in shape. So it was fun. It was fun to do. I actually got a chance to coach. I was a soccer boys coach last year.
Ain't that something?
Last school year here at the Shine, and I had the whole boys basketball team, and we actually did pretty good, man. We was competitive, and we lost to Corner Ritter in the districts in overtime, 4-3 in overtime. So we was a lot better than what people thought. Mario Kenny was out there being special like he was in basketball.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was out there being a gazelle, wasn't he?
He was out there being a dog and just aggressive and just more athletic than everybody. You know how that goes.
Yeah, most definitely. Do you recall who our goaltender was?
No, I don't. Because like I said, I was played that one year. I think I was a freshman, sophomore that year. Because you were 2 years ahead of me, I believe.
Yeah. And were you in the same class as Lee Sesson?
No, I was 03.
Okay. Yeah, see, he was 02. Okay. Yeah, I should have known. I should have known he was a little bit right behind me, I believe. But yeah. So once again, we had John Albert Jr. on the phone.
Yes, sir. So please call him John.
John.
yeah. Oh, it's John Albert III, actually.
Okay, so John Albert III. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and make the update right now on the show.
There you go.
Respect this man. There we go. Boom.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I ain't lived up to his standard yet, in my opinion.
Yeah.
he way more legendary than myself, and I kind of took after. A lot of the things that he did in the community. So.
Shout out to Pop.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up because that was gonna be one of my next questions coming up. Is I just want to give you love and him love as well, man. Because I know that we played summertime. Was that AAU baseball together? Is that correct? At Magic.
It wasn't AAU. It was American Legion. American Legion.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's the same form of AAU. It's a pretty big deal where American Legion posts. They all hosted, high school baseball as far as they all had, I want to say, a JV team and a varsity team. 15, 16 you would normally play JV, and then 17, 18 would normally play the varsity side. And so it was, we was out of Herbert Hoover, actually.
Oh, God.
Not out of Massachusetts. But we had a lot of kids that, because Massachusetts at the time didn't have a Legion program.
Right.
Okay. And so we had a lot of kids that's between both Massachusetts and Herbert Hoover.
Yeah, man, that was some of the best times I've had baseball-wise was, playing on that squad, man. We had a great team.
Yeah.
We had a fun time, and it just helped build the camaraderie.
Yeah. And
then, meeting him again back in, during high school years, it was just a great time.
Yeah.
So that was definitely fun. And then what position did you play in high school? In football? In football.
In football, I played my freshman, sophomore year, I played quarterback and running back. And then my junior, senior year, I played more receiver. And I played on the defensive side. I played corner also. So I would say I had an overall above average career in high school football.
That's what's up.
Okay.
And I'm sure you probably don't even know this, but I actually received a scholarship to go to Harris Stowe State College for soccer.
I didn't know that.
And they got a good soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. That's
what's
why
up,
I had one practice. I was like, okay.
Right.
PHL is different than
way different. Yeah, they get down. Baseball and soccer, they get down at Harris Stowe, man.
Every guy on that team was foreign.
Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. Yeah.
I was the only brother.
Right, you had HBCU with all foreign dudes.
Right.
Okay.
Go figure.
Right.
Oh, man. So, yeah, great times, man. So, going back to high school, well, now, did you play, did you do anything in college? What school did you go to in college?
I played 1 year at Merrimack Community College.
Okay, then.
Merrimack?
Played baseball.
You was there when they was the Warriors. I mean, when they was the Magic.
Yeah, we were the Magic.
Yeah, when I went there, we was writing the change. When me and Nico was there, they was changing over from the Warriors to the Magic for political reasons.
Yeah, we were the Magic, and I was there playing. I actually had a scholarship there to play baseball.
Okay, now they were some killers at baseball too.
Yeah, we were pretty good. I played on the team with David Freeze was there.
Okay.
At the time to play with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
It was a good experience, but at the time, I actually had just started refereeing women's college basketball.
Okay.
And I was one of the youngest guys refereeing at the time, and so I was in like 10 different conferences working at the time. So I just, I kind of got into that, and I was traveling a lot refereeing, and it kind of just took over. It was school in the midst, and I was like, I like this a little bit better than school right now at the time.
This option is a little bit better.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, with you being a referee, did that lead you into becoming a coach?
No, it didn't lead me to becoming a coach. I had actually started coaching. This story is funny, man. How I got into coaching was my senior year of Deshaun. And I tried, this is one of the few times that Floyd had tryouts. And he had tryouts, and I was one of the last guys on the final cut. And he cut me. And then the next day, he called me in the office. And when he called me in the office, he said, sit down, I want to talk. And, we talked about, basketball. And then he was like, he pretty much asked me, why I wanted to do this and all that. And I was just like, this is more so for my father. At the time, my father had passed the year before. And I think I was playing basketball more so for him than myself. But, at the end of the conversation, it was more so a thing of he was like, I just really believe you're going to be a great coach one day. And he was like, we're not going to keep you on the team. He's like, but you're more than welcome to come watch, sit around, and, learn or whatever the case may be. And probably like 2-3 weeks later, I got a call from Rick Wilson. And he gave me the opportunity to come coach with him. It was my first time, doing the coach thing. He had a little third-grade basketball team called Team St. Louis that had Bradley Beal on it.
Oh, okay.
And so I did that with them for a year and a half, and then went back up at Matthew Dickey with Gary Glasgow, and he gave me my first girls team back then, and then it's just been history ever since.
Okay, man.
And that's when the legend of Coach John Albert
began.
Began.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I said, if you look back on it, the steps I took to kind of get into the process, and then, Tony took the job over at Imagine Prep. He had just finished his first year as grad assistant at College of the Ozarks, and he gave me a call, and he was like, bro, I'm by myself doing it, and I said, say no more. And the crazy part is, I was still refereeing college basketball. I was splitting time with that and coaching. And then I just kind of made my mind up and just said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and, spend my time and put everything into this coaching thing. So here we are today.
So would you say that Floyd Irons was the one that inspired you to coach, or was it something else or someone else?
I would say Floyd per se. I would say my father. My father has been my biggest, advocate in everything. Even him passing is still just it has inspired me in so many different ways of doing things, with coaching, community stuff, just being an overall good person.
Yeah.
just being good to people, period, genuine. And so I would say my dad for the most part, because he did kind of the same thing. He coached. He was a Major League Baseball. He was a Major League scout. He had the American Legion team. And he's kind of he did some of the same things that I'm doing now. I got a Mo Better Sports, and I do a lot of stuff with that, with apparel and events, and he did the same thing. So it just kind of folds. You end up being just like your daddy.
Yeah,
right. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please share, start a watch party to get this thing cracking even more. If y'all have any questions, any comments for our guest right now, John Albert III.
Yeah, buddy.
Make sure I get it correct for him.
You gotta put that 3 on it.
Make it more better.
Generation.
Make it more better for him. No pun intended.
Right, no pun intended, obviously.
So continuing on with coaching, man. Give us, cause I know that you spend a lot of time with both the men and the women's team at Vashon. Give us what's the difference between coaching, being part of the coaching staff on the men's team, and coaching the ladies?
Well, one you're being an assistant, and the other you're being a head. And being an assistant coach is more so, it's a lot of things that's passed down to you as far as delegated to you that you got to kind of focus on within what needs to go on for the team. And it's not mostly with assistants. It's like 1 or 2 things that you're looking at, especially on our staff. I mean, it's 4 or 5 of us on the staff, and so everybody has their thing that they're looking at. Jimmy's there, and you have him, and he does a lot of skill development and stuff with the kids. You have Chris Pooley, he does a lot of stuff. You have Joe, who comes back and help. Pope, who comes back and help. You have Darian Head, who does a lot of stuff. And I do a lot of observing. And kind of watching and paying attention, tendencies type of stuff with our kids. And just going back and talking to Tony and having dialogue so we can always, have a better situation each day. Yeah. And then when it comes to game aspect, I'm more of an in-game adjustment type person. Bouncing stuff off of them in timeouts. That's kind of my role, within what's going on. And then talking to referees and, knowing what refs you can talk to, which ones you can't. And then being a head coach, it's a lot more different. When a head coach, you got to worry about, what's going on with the kid on the school day, managing personalities between players and coaches. Making sure they're on top of the grades, making sure you have the right chemistry mix, making sure that, you stand on top of your X's and O's. It's a lot that goes into it. Making sure your schedule's right for your team. Because, you don't want to not challenge them, and you don't want to put too much on there. You want to make sure you got the right mix for your team. And so, the last 3 years has been very, very challenging. As far as my time goes, spending it with the boys and the girls. But I would say right now, I think I'm on the right pace. I actually took a step back with the boys a little bit this year. I wasn't really at every game per se. I was at more so the more important ones. Because I spent a little bit more. I spent a lot more time with our girls, to be honest. And it'll be the same way next year. It'll be probably less time with the boys and even more time just focusing on girls basketball and trying to get it to the level of our boys.
Yeah, definitely respect that. And Rich, congratulations on a incredible season that your girls team had. Y'all are definitely making a lot of noise. I saw a post, I don't know if it was like the Post-Dispatch or some other high school sports media outlet, but they had the Vashon girls team amongst one of the top high school teams in Missouri. You know what I'm saying? So that's a really big deal right there, man. So congrats to you for changing the program up to how you have, John.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. It's hard work and grind and being grit, having grit per se, and just trying to build a culture and change. My thing, I had to change the culture in which what we have at Vashon girls basketball. I mean,
right.
A lot of things. I talk to the kids every day. I preach. It's not about wins and losses. It's more so about coming in here and getting the respect of the public and how people view you as far as being competitive.
Right.
And it wasn't about going out and winning games. It was just when people get on the court, you want to make sure they respect you. And if you can get to that part where they respect you, the game becomes maybe a little bit more easier for you. If they don't respect you and come in there and you get blown out, you don't care. And it's just it was a lot of things. And again, you have to change it. When you talk about changing the culture of a program, it's a lot of stuff you have to do. Like, you got to be on top of your kids. You got to make sure that you're being consistent across the board with everything that you're doing, whether it's being late to practice, being on time, being late, whether it's paying attention in film session, whether it's paying attention to X's and O's. And then, like you said, making sure you can manage your kids in the right way for your program to be successful. So, changing the culture was my biggest thing, and, we'll continue to push for that. We had a very, very, very good year. No one expected us to have the year that we had, especially we started three freshmen. And so we started three freshmen. Yeah, we started three freshmen, one junior, one senior. And so, it was a pretty big deal. And then our freshman kid, she was actually Conference Player of the Year.
Hey,
so
that's what's up. And tell everybody her name.
Rachel Jones. Rachel Jones is her name. She's a very special kid. She's a 5'10", 5'11" guard who can kind of do it all. She can shoot the three. She can play point if you need to play point. She's really a two-guard type of slasher, per se. But she's a kid that, she's been in the gym and she worked on the game. She put the work in. So when you put the work in, you get a high reward.
Yeah, that's facts.
Tell us that moment in which you felt that your team started to realize that you are no longer the hunter, but you are now the hunted.
Right.
So I would say in the middle of the year, and I'll go back before that because it was funny. In June you get 20 days with Missouri to have workouts and play in college team camps. And so we decided to play in SLU team camp. We hadn't done anything but skill work for 17 days. We did nothing but skill work, no 5-on-5. It was all, skill post work, guard work, and stuff like that. And I said, let's go play SLU team camp. And we went and played in it. And the coach, she said, I didn't. She was like, how good you guys gonna be? I said, well, Coach, I don't know, to be honest. Like I got freshmen and. We were bad last year, and so we ended up going 4-1 in team camp. And she said, your team way better than what you told me. I said, well, I kind of didn't know the expectations yet. And so then you fast forward to the middle of the season, we got off to a hot start. I think we were 5-1 and 6-1 or something like that. And then you started seeing a bunch of people show up to our games. And then you started seeing the teams that we played. You can just look at the level of excitement from coaches to fans. They wanted to beat us. And so we went through a little phase in the middle of the season where we had lost 2 or 3 games in a row. And again, it was, not just basketball stuff. It was a lot of stuff. Stuff going on with the kid in the building. Not being focused in practice. Not sticking to the game plan, and we missed a ton of free throws, just being focused. And just stuff that, not just high school kids deal with, but high school, college, and pros. Yeah. And so, I understood it. It was just more so about trying to weather the storm and getting them out of the losing mentality because, losing is contagious. It's a thing that, you lose 4 or 5 games in a row, it becomes the norm. And that's not what you want to be the norm. And so I just had to stay on top of them. Our schedule was probably, out of all the schools in Missouri, we probably played a top 10 schedule in the state as far as, playing some of the top teams in there. Then we went to Chicago, played a good team in Chicago, Bullet Prep. We went to Columbia. We played on ESPN against Battle.
Yeah, I saw
that. And then we went to Cincinnati and played in the big event in Cincinnati where we played Bishop Bishop Hartley. who beat us by 10 or 12, and we played a team out of Kentucky who was pretty good, who we ended up beating by, I want to say, 16 or 17 points. And so our schedule was tough. We went to East Side, played the East Side, played Left for Life, played John Burroughs, played Whitfield, played Luther and Hart. So we played a tip-top schedule, and that's we're kind of helped at the middle of the season. You can kind of tell that teams they wanted to beat us because the truth is, to be honest, is more so about the boys.
Exactly. I was about to bring that up because the people are already saying we got the boys taking over already in our league. We don't need to have the girls doing it too.
And that's so crazy. That's the thing, because when you look at it, it's like, I gave that speech to them about, teams that play against us, they want to beat us because they can't beat our boys.
Right.
So we got to be focused in these games. We got to be focused. We got to be mentally prepared, and we got to be willing to withstand whatever's going on, whether the refs are tripping that day, whether we're missing layups or threes. You got to figure out, a way to win or how to grind out a win. And so we started figuring it out late in the season, actually, is when we started figuring out, like, okay, this is what we got to do. As long as we play tough, we play defense, we rebound, and we guard, we're going to be in the game, whether we miss shots or whatever the case may be. And so it was, it was a good year, man. I was more than happy with how our kids performed, 15-10, something that we haven't done in over 17 years. We split the PHL title. That's something we hadn't done in 17-plus years, and then we won a district title. That's something we hadn't done in 16-plus years. So, we did a lot of history made this year.
So, do you see yourself being like the Gino Oriyama and always remaining with coaching women, coaching girls and women, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I learned a lot, man. I love coaching young ladies, young women in basketball. I mean, like I said, I've been doing it 16 years. I started out very young in the game, doing it. 35 now. Started at 19, coaching women's basketball, and so it's just it's a challenge, and you look at a lot of things. And I've had a ton of success being an assistant with Tony and learning a lot up under his umbrella, and then getting a chance to be mentored by people like Shimmy Gray Miller, who's a coach at Clemson. My good friend that's a coach at Indiana, Green Box. A bunch of people, man. And I can look back and say that they've had an impact on me in my journey right now, and I think it's just getting started, to be honest.
Just getting started.
Right.
Yeah, just getting started. We got this program. Our program can be something special. It just takes way more hard work and dedication than what people actually think it does. So.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Once again, we have John Albert III. Congratulations, Coach. Also in becoming recently the PHL Coach of the Year, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Coach of the Year. It was kind of a big deal. Like I said, we didn't have my expectations for our kids, and the program was really just to compete, for a PHL title, not even to win it per se, just to compete for it and to make sure that we at least make it to the district championship. And so me winning Coach of the Year is more of a testament to, my coaching staff and my players. It's not really so, it's a personal award, but it's really an award for everyone. Because, you don't get the award without the success of your team. And if you don't win games, if you're not prepared, if your coaching staff's not prepared for games and in-game adjustments, and if your kids are not, mentally tough during the season and figuring out how to win games, there's no me winning Coach of the Year. So it's more of a testament to them. Man, I'm happy for it. That wasn't really a goal of mine, to be Coach of the Year. Yeah. But now I got to look forward to being, the state Coach of the Year. That's something that I want to be, maybe the class 4A or 5A, something like that, Coach of the Year. But that's going to take some big time winning, and I'm up for the challenge.
And not many people are able to be a part of something so special, but like you said earlier, your team played on ESPN.
Yeah.
What was their mindset when they saw on the schedule we're gonna be on ESPN and then leading up to the game and then actually playing that game? Tell us what how their mindset was and what you had to do to kind of calm them down and get them prepared for the game.
Man, let me tell you that week, um, that week alone was like an NBA schedule.
Mm.
And it was because we played. What did we do? We had a game on Saturday in the PHL shootout. Okay, and then after our game on Saturday, we had to drive to Columbia and play at Missouri Arena for the game for the Minnesota Classic on ESPN, and it was an 8 a.m. game.
Dang.
All right, and so we left on Saturday. We stayed and watched our boys play in the PHL shootout. We drove down. I took them to Golden Corral, fed the kids. We take them to the hotel, and I had a meeting with them. And I said, "Hey, listen, we got to get up at 5:30 a.m. You know, I need everybody to go to their rooms and stay in their rooms. Go to your room, stay in your room. Let's get our minds right. You know, get off our feet, and let's get up in the morning. Let's eat breakfast and get prepared for the game." And we did that. It was, you know, it was crazy, but you know, them walking into the arena, they were all excited. They were being kids. They were kind of excited, and we got in the locker room. And I told them, I said, "Hey, this is a chance of a lifetime here. You get a chance to play on national television on ESPN. You get a chance to rewrite the script of what people think of you when it comes to Rashawn girls basketball, what you have been in the past, but now what you are now. And so today, you know, it's up to you. You can go out here and be dominant and be a team that is fearless of everything and compete. And if you do that, you know, we'll win." And they went out, man, and they played well, man. I mean, they played very, very well. And the freshman kid, Rachel Jones, she was a player of the game. She had something like 17, 7, and 5 or something like that. Which was crazy because we had our other freshman kid, Kanisha Bennett, Burnett. I'm sorry, Kanisha Burnett. She had 18 and 12, and so that, you know, they just had, you know, the freshmen impacted the game, man, and every game we won for the most part, they showed up and out. So, you know, playing ESPN was big. It was big for them. It was big for me, but it was more so big for the school in itself.
Got you. And when an opponent is either coming to the V or y'all going to them, what is something that they should be aware of when they face a John Albert III, Vashon Ladies Wolverines basketball team?
I can't hear you. You're chopping up.
Oh, sorry about that. Said, what is something that an opposing team, whether they're going to the V or you're going to them, they should be aware of when they are playing a John Albert III led Lady Wolverines basketball team? Hello, John.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Going in and out.
Okay, here we go. So what should teams expect when they play a Lady Wolverines team led by yourself?
Oh, man, we're going to play tough, man. We're going to play hard. We're going to play defense. That's the three things I talk about all the time: playing tough, playing hard, and playing D. And if you do those three things, you'll always be in a game. Our mindset has to be, you know, tough, and just, you know, playing defense, being fearless, and rebounding and stuff. Like, I notice I keep talking about all those things, and I haven't said anything about offensively.
Right.
Because I feel like if you can play defense and guard the ball, keep your man in front, play the passing lane, get out and get steals and transition, you know, offensive part take care of itself. And so, you know, for the most part, we did a good job of it this year.
Exactly. You brought him up earlier. Tell everyone about your relationship with Coach Tony Irons.
Oh, man, it's my best friend, man. It goes back, you know, to the days of us, you know, competing against each other as kids. To us, you know, him coming over and playing with the Bulls with me, Jimmy McKinney, Darren Boone, Nicholas Kane. You know, it's all the way back to that. You know, he came over and our friendship just grew. And then, he has to look Arthur had, good high school career and went to college. And we was never, we was apart, but never apart. We always still talked and kept in contact and all that. And then, he comes back and gets the job at Imagine. And so, being able to, not just be not only his friend, but the fellowship as far as the coaching aspect of it has been tremendous for me. Being able to line up under him. Tony he's kind of night and day from his dad as far as personality-wise, but he still has the irons in his blood.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Tony is, a big-time person when it comes to defensive strategy stuff and game planning and practice planning. And so I've learned a ton from just being with him in my process as far as with the Shine basketball period.
And I was going to ask you next in regards to coaching style, because you've been under Floyd and been with Tony. Are they similar, or is Tony just a whole different breed of his own?
No, Tony's different.
Yeah, he just said that.
Tony is a little bit more mild. Is a little bit more mild compared to his father. His father was kind of a no filter type of guy. Was gonna say what's on his mind every time. Not that Tony doesn't, but he don't right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
That coach is just different. Being in the shadows of your father for his early part of his career, which is not in the shadow anymore, but his early part of his career, it was when we were coaching, and a lot of people were like, Floyd is coaching that program down at Imagine, and he's running it, but Tony wasn't getting the credit for the stuff that he was doing, or with his program. It was trying to get from up under the shadows of his father, which you can't really when you come up behind somebody that's legendary as his father. It's never really a thing of coming from up under the shadows. It's just kind of creating your own lane.
Yeah.
I think he's done a good job. He's been nothing but a winner. He took 3 different programs to state, and he's won state, at 2 different programs, at Madison Prep and Vashon. And so, they're night and day, like I said, but at the end of the day, he's still earns, and that's, they're still in his blood, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I totally get it. I'm not sure if you've seen our previous shows where we've had prior coaches on the show as well. Well, coaches not prior coaches, but they are currently coaches right now, like Coach Bethany, etc. We even had Reverend Benote on the show, etc. And we talked about the V a lot, and
a whole lot.
And one thing that B likes to remind me, or I'll bring up to make him feel even better.
That's why I don't bring it up that much. I promise you I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
But and I know you wasn't at the school at that time, but B was part of that VAP team that beat the V that one year, if you recall.
Yeah, I recall, man. I was a youngster, but I remember that one shining moment.
That was it too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
way to put that out there like that.
One shining moment.
Right.
That was a lucky punch, but they got it off there.
You don't know the story behind it, but it's cool, man. You too young to know. You too young to know, man.
Well, I say this. I'm a historian when it comes to basketball in this area.
Yeah.
I would say, but I would say that, at that time, anybody, I mean, it's still even today though. Anybody could be beat.
Yeah, that's fair.
And y'all were good enough. A lot of times, a lot of the teams that Vashon played even back then was good enough to compete or beat Vashon. It was just they were intimidated and scared before the game started.
It was a mindset. Yeah.
It was a mindset, and so you look at Beaumont. Beaumont had enough talent.
Yeah.
To beat Vashon.
A whole bunch of people did.
Roosevelt. More than a few times had enough talent.
I think we said you graduated with 03.
Yeah, I graduated 03.
So you left right before Roosevelt got y'all because they won in 04, I think.
Yeah. They like I said, they all had enough. They had enough talent to compete and figure out,
Yeah.
But they just couldn't get over. I mean, you look at, and this is not really a comparison, but I'm just I'm comparing as far as basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I think my girls this year played about 5 or 6 games that nobody in their right mind thought we would win.
Mm-hmm.
Or they had more talent than what we had.
Yeah.
But if you game plan and prepare, and you get your kids in the mindset, it makes them better than what they are sometimes.
Yeah, I know you brought up Jimmy McKinney. That's my guy, man. I hate he didn't play that year. He was over, I think he was in Normandy his freshman year.
Yeah, he wasn't in Normandy his freshman year. He was in middle school.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, he was in middle school at the time.
That's what I meant. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah. So, yeah.
He wasn't even in high school yet.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. You brought up earlier about you being a historian. I brought it up earlier in regards to the intro. What made you get so involved with the local high school sports scene?
Say that one more time.
What made you get so involved with the local high school sports scene?
Well, it kind of started off just trying to carry in the torch in the name of my father. He was the director of Massachusetts Boys and Girls Club for 17, 18 plus years. And I started doing events in his name at first. And my actual first company was called JDA Junior Sports, which is my dad's initials. And so then what happened was, I kind of was doing it for so long, and I took it too off. I was like, man, I want to come back and get into the events and stuff like that, but I want to take my name off of it, and I just wanted to be about the brand. And so that's how we ended up with Mo Better Sports. We actually ended up with Mo Better Sports because I ran the Pro-Am. And the Pro-Am was called Mo Better. It was called Mo Better Pro-Am. And so that's how I actually got the name of Mo Better Sports.
And continue on, man. Tell everybody about Mo Better Sports.
Mo Better Sports is a youth exposure company when it comes to filming, when it comes to exposure events. We have a small little gear line that we have with hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and stuff like that. And then we do event consulting with other companies when it comes to putting on big events for the St. Louis area when it comes to high school sports and little league sports. So we have our hands dipped and dabbed in a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's unfortunate that we host the All-Star game every year. We've done it the last 8 years. This will have been our 8th year doing it. I'm able to do it this year.
Right.
Yeah, because of the corona virus. And that's a sad thing for the class of 2020. But it's something that we have done, and we've had some big time players participate in our All-Star game, and it's a thing where it's standing room only every year. So we've done that. We've had a couple of high school classics of games, stuff like that. And we're supposed to get into a football classic. I can't name the schools yet, but we're supposed to get into something with that here in late August. If we're going to be playing football, that's still yet to be determined. And so, Mo Better Sports, it's my baby, it's my brand, and I'm excited about it every day. The hardest part is, being a coach, and being a social media outlet, the outlet that does cover somewhat like the news, but we're not the news.
Right.
So we're media, but we're not breaking news media. Like I was telling somebody this last week, we kind of stay away from the negative part of media. We've never inspired to be a company that just wants to break the news for views or likes. And more so just about giving our youth
but tell everyone about the AAU, and are you part of the Bradley Beal Elite team? Is that correct?
I am. Last year, we were the St. Louis Eagles, actually. This would have been my 4th year with the St. Louis Eagles. That they now and I have a special group, talented kids that's on my team. We're one of the most highly recruited teams in the country. With the kids that I have, and we did some special things last year. losing in the Final Four at Blue Williams, which is one of the top tournaments in the country. Lost in the championship game with the Roper Roses in Louisville, Kentucky. And then we won Nike Nationals, the Nike Tournament of Champions, the biggest tournament in the country. So we had a special year. We were, in the thick of things, and it's been the Bradley League girls are kind of somewhat similar to my situation at the Shine. It's not the boys just yet, but it's becoming something just like the boys. And it's, you got to keep working and grinding to get the program where you need it to be.
That's what's up, man. So much that you're doing locally and bringing your team all across the country, making big noise, being on ESPN, man. I'm definitely proud of what you're doing, brother.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I know it's hard to get on here, but I'm kind of happy that I did get a chance to come on and chop it up with you and talk some sports.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And sports-wise, hopefully we can get you on the show in person so we can definitely debate, some sports topics when they come back into play, man. We got to, because I already know you have that gift to get up, man. Like you said,
called John Albert, Nothing But Facts with my co-host Chris Brooks.
That's what's up.
So that is our show. I'm actually going to create a new one here soon. That's just going to be me, but it will be not just about sports. It will not be about sports per se. Random type of things. So it'll just be a basic talk show type of conversation, but it'll be something I'll be doing on my own.
There we go, man. And let us know if you need some awesome guests.
Right.
We got you, man. It'll be a pleasure to continue to network and do some things with you. And let Tony Irons know if he's interested in being part of the show. Have him to get at me, man, so we can make it happen.
I will do. And I appreciate you guys again.
All right, brother. You have a good one, man.
All right, you too.
That's what's up, man. That was John Albert. Great interview to start the show.
Yes, sir.
Special announcement. Since this upcoming Sunday.
Oh man.
Yes, this upcoming
going down.
You already know.
Yes.
This upcoming Sunday.
Yes.
You have part one, I think, of a 10-part series.
Yep. It's going down.
It's going down.
MJ the Great.
Yes, Michael Jordan and
the bad guy.
I am so excited about this. It's been years. I listened to Bernie Miklasz earlier today, and he said that the guy who produced the show or whatever, he spent so many years getting this together, countless of hours of looking at behind the scenes stuff to get this thing produced and ready.
Yep.
It took Jordan years to approve of this.
Yep.
I left a post earlier saying, and Jordan was saying, people may think I'm a bad guy for what they're about to see.
Yeah, they kind of elaborate on that, though. They said because of his competitive nature.
Exactly.
We know some other stuff about him, too, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're going to touch on that. I hope they do. They're going to tell the whole story, tell the whole thing.
And, because from what I saw is he's going to elaborate on it before they actually show it. And then, while they show
they got to explain themselves before. Mike, that's where you messing up at already. See, what happened was, before y'all see this bull crap they try to put on me, man, we know what's up, man. There's a lot of stuff about Mike, the stories we heard. Like I said, my biggest thing about him, like I said, and I say this about everybody, like I told you about Kobe, I said about Mike, I'm a fan of them on the court. Off the court, I don't know nothing about them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their good and bad sides and things like that. But I'm like, we know too much about Mike off the court that's shady. You know what I'm saying? With his wife and his daddy and his kids and, gambling debts and, putting his money in prisons and stuff like that. Like, come on, man.
And by the way, for the next 5 weeks, since it's going to be, I believe, 2 episodes for the next 5 weeks.
Right.
For the first maybe hour of the show, we're going to just have a straight up talk about the last episode that we saw.
Right, yeah, okay, all right. That'll work.
So, if for everyone who loves the Bulls, loves Jordan, loves just a good documentary,
Yeah.
we're gonna have that talk and our thoughts.
Well, I hope we can get it all in 30 minutes. Because, man, I know we got probably the first episode. I'm going to have about 45 minutes. Well, stuff I want to bring up, man. So I'm like, man, but we going to see, man.
Yeah. So, everyone strap up and enjoy the show Sunday.
Make sure y'all check that out, man.
Yeah, enjoy it on ESPN.
Yeah.
I believe it comes on at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. But check your local listings, no matter where you are, and get ready because it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, man.
And like I said, we're going to talk about the first half an hour or an hour. We want everyone to tune in, of course, and bring them comments, your thoughts. Don't hold anything back because we about keeping it 100.
We got to keep it a buck, man. Yeah. And that's why I got my Jordan stuff on now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is my first time actually even wearing this jersey.
Really?
Yes. I had this jersey for like 20 years, bro.
That's what's up.
I never actually wore it, though. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them ones I was like, man, I want to just frame it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm probably going to frame the Dream Team one. So, but that's my guy. I mean, on the court, like I said, I like Mike's competitive nature. I like the gamesmanship. You know, like Dominique Wilkins said, he walked in their locker room and, you know, basically like let them know it's going to be that type of night for y'all and then drop 61 on them. Like, you don't know nobody else in history that backed up what they said like Michael Jordan did. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was a fan of with Mike, and that's what make him. A lot of the younger guys don't understand. They're like, well, y'all just put too much on MJ like he was a guy. And it's just that. We like, nah, it ain't like that. We definitely ain't going there with it. But it's just the fact that outside of Larry Bird, I give Larry Bird his due with it. You ain't never seen nobody come in and be like, you know what, bro? I'm dropping 50 on y'all tomorrow.
Exactly.
It's going. Y'all can do about it. And actually did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Larry Bird, best moment with me, and he got a lot of them. But when he was in a 3-point shootout, and he was like, I'm winning tomorrow, no matter what. His last shot, he shot and put his one finger up in there. That's the one that won him the shot. Yeah. I mean, the one 3-point. You know,
yeah, so did very last shot.
Very last shot. He threw up the one like I told y'all.
And had on a jacket.
It had a jacket, a shooter jacket on.
Who does that?
In warm-ups.
Who does that?
Mike had the gold chains on. He was dunking on cats. You know what I'm saying? He the only cat that came up until this year when old boy had the white man can't jump stuff on.
Right.
Man, Mike had his own stuff on. He had the sweatpants on, the Nike jersey, and nothing that says Chicago Bulls on it.
Just branding him.
Just branding himself.
Just
like, man, forget y'all, man. I forget this bread. So,
yeah.
So I can't wait to see, you know, all the little stuff. I hope they incorporate everything I'm thinking about, man. But I don't want to get no spoilers away. So
yeah. So once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth, along with
B Baker.
Stan is not here tonight. He's out there getting that money.
Yeah.
The legal way.
Yes, sir.
Without any further ado, this next person I have on the line, Coach as well. He's very big in the community.
Yeah.
Just currently over the last couple of days via Zoom, since they couldn't have it in person. Something that we were gonna talk about later on in a minute.
Yeah.
Event that we was trying to be a part of, so we can hopefully speak to other coaches as well.
Yeah.
We'll get into that momentarily. But without any further ado, we have Coach Trey Porter on the line. Coach, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you for taking this time out to join us on our Sports Talk Show.
Yes.
I'm glad y'all got me.
Yeah, man, definitely our pleasure, man. How have you been doing during these times?
Man, I had to escape the city for a couple weeks, man, and get down to the rural area where it's a little more clear, a lot less cases of that COVID. So I'm social distancing down here on the Blue Hill where I could get a little more space and life's a little more normal down here.
Yeah. So we'll just say right now he's at a remote location.
Right, that's all you can say, yeah.
Right.
Before we begin everything else, the conversation, on a serious note, I saw your post earlier, and we also had on the show months back Bernard Thornton, a coach at Roosevelt.
Shout out, yeah.
I saw your post that you lost a second person from Roosevelt. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, you know, I was athletic director and head football coach at Roosevelt. I hired Bernard this last school year, towards the end of last school year, man. And the kid we had that got killed today, Malik, was one of the first kids he got in. You know, and first kid introduced me to this summer, man. And The kid really wasn't where he needed to be academically, but he did everything he was supposed to do through summer school. He worked hard to become eligible, and instead of going to prom and graduation next month, we burying the kid. So, I talked to him this morning about it, man, and it's just, when he came in, I told him my motto, winning's cool, but we trying to save lives over here. We do everything the right way. The win's gonna come. And a lot of the coaches I brought in, I ended up hiring 4 coaches. I got athletic director during my 3 years there. And, that was the motto. Like, yeah, you can try to win, but if you're not saving life, if you're not keeping the kid off the street, you're not providing a safe environment for them, then nothing else you're doing really matter to me.
Right.
And I think that lingo kind of spread throughout the athletic culture in the school during my time there.
Yeah, man. When we had him on the show, great conversation. He was definitely passionate. He told us a great story about his time at, I believe it was Sodan, and then going over to Roosevelt. But he was looking so forward to, at the time, coaching the boys' basketball team.
Yeah.
And just seeing that fire and he just wanted it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to make a difference. And it looks like he's doing that right now in regards to how he's holding things down at Roosevelt and coaching. In regards to you, Trey, Coach Porter, give us a little background about yourself, man. What high school did you go to and then college?
Man, I'm from Malden, Missouri, man. About 3.5 hours.
Hey, I've been out there. I had a gig out there a while back. That is a very small. I had no idea until 2 comedy shows that I DJ for out there. I'm like, oh, okay. Hey, it's about maybe 2 black people out there.
Yeah. Trey and his homeboy.
Now it's about 4,000 people. I'd say about 1,700 of them are black. I went to college at Southeast Missouri State. Played football there. Yeah, I'm a 2-sport athlete. I ran track and played football at SEMO. Did both for a year. Probably harder. You got to gain weight for one, lose weight for the other.
Yeah, that is true.
So trying to do that simultaneously for a year, end up, riding with one and then riding with the other, and then just got up out of there in 3.5 years. So, it was one of those situations that I made the move. Coached ball down in the boot here. I was at Hayti, Missouri for a couple of years. Then I came up and did 1 year at Bashan before I got the head job at Roosevelt.
Okay. Going back to high school, what sports did you play?
I was all state in track and field. Played football, running back. Played basketball. I was like a Charles Barkley. I wouldn't know hooper like that, but I get out there and do some hard fouling and grab some rebounds.
I hated playing football.
Charges.
Yep.
Yeah, and then like I said, so football wise, we excelled, but we lost to the same team every year in district. That was before everybody got in. You had to win those last 3 games to make it to the playoffs, and we lose to Columbia every year. But that's the same time when Columbia was coming up and beating Maplewood and having some good games with Luther North back in early 2007, 2005, 2006 time frame. So
yeah, I heard about Carruthersville.
That was my era of high school football. 2007, I graduated and went on to college and coaching after that.
That's what's up. And what got you into coaching?
Well, just the opportunity to be kind of voice for the voiceless, per se. I come from, like I said, being from that small area, it wasn't a lot of avenues. I had a lot of older coaches that really didn't know how to get kids looks, didn't really know how the recruitment process worked. And then I never had a minority, I'm on y'all show, I never had a black coach till my junior year of high school. And that was transcending. I never had a black teacher until I got to, college. So those type of things made me want to give back and go down that road. And I knew coming from Southeast Missouri, if you're not certified to teach, you can't coach. So, St. Louis, you got to luxury if you got 60 credit hours, they'll give you opportunity to still be a coach and you can work a day job.
Right.
But coming from here, you be in that school system, to coach for that school system. So that's how I got into teaching and coaching, because I always knew I wanted to coach, and teaching just came with it at the time. But now they run hand in hand.
And this is and I didn't ask John this question, but I've asked this question to other coaches that we've had on our show over the last few months. But just give us your thoughts on these kids nowadays during this time. With everything going on with peer pressure, different now than how. What are your experience? What are your thoughts about coaching these kids now?
Well, the thing with it, I'm on 31, so like I'm easy to relate to them. I was them, I call. So knowing that that's how I can relate to the kids. It's funny you ask that, because I'm doing a presentation tomorrow on Zoom on how to coach Generation Z. Because we all hear that these kids ain't the same, or they different, or they ain't bringing them up like we used to. Kids haven't changed, the expectations for them have. And I tell them, they're like, you know what, you're kind of right. We're not held into the same standard that we were held to. And if they don't know right from wrong, right way, then it's up to the adult to show them. And a lot of people are fearful to do so, and that's why you see a lot of the trials and tribulations that kids are going through nowadays, because of fear to correct wrong.
And do you have that fine line of trying to really get them to, see your vision, or really hone in to what you're trying to teach them?
No, it's not really a fine line. It's one of those, certain things you got to be a dictator. We live in democracy, but when it comes to educating and teaching, especially coaching, a lot of times you gotta adapt that my way or the highway approach, because they've been given too many options. We live in a generation where we ate what was cooked, or we didn't eat at all. Now parents are giving kids choice. And that change is part of the issues that we're having with the new athlete.
Right. I'm looking at this photo of you, man, and you kind of remind me of Ray Lewis.
I was gonna say the same thing. You look just like Ray Lewis on that picture.
I can see like
I saw the dance and everything.
Right, I can see the speech and everything.
Right. Yeah. Old 52.
Right. Do you have any coaching influences?
I would say coaching influences, for me was obviously, as professional guys, but guys that directly coached me. My head coach at SEMO was Tony Samuel. And he played in Nebraska. He was a black shirt back in the 70s and 80s. Played for Coach Kenny Wilhite, who's a St. Louis guy who went to Oakville. Played for Lorenzo Brinkley at SEMO, who's I want to say Beaumont grad, I believe. I know he coached there. But those guys, they weren't rah-rah coaches. And, they weren't no yellers, they weren't no shouters. They was real philosophical when it came to this conversation and connecting you to real. And being able to see guys that look like me on a college level let me know that, okay, all this yelling and screaming and 3,000 up, downs and stuff that we were forced to do in high school, that was okay, but it ain't really working. These dudes just kind of talking to us and giving us straight, real talk, and it's being more beneficial. So I kind of took that approach to my coaching style. A lot of old school values of what I do. Professionally, I like Mike Singletary, just based on the fact that I like how he still would hold pros accountable. Same like Mark Jackson, where he has faith and traditional values that is basically probably keeping him out of the NBA right now.
Yep.
But the fact that he's standing on them principles is definitely something I can relate to.
Mm-hmm. This was once again we have Coach Trey Porter on the line. Another great guest, man. Once again, we appreciate you being on. And for those watching, thanks for tuning in. Share, retweet, all that good stuff. Get it in. Bring them comments if you like, or questions and comments if you like.
Yep.
So you said that prior to Roosevelt, you coached at the V. Was there another school before that?
Yeah, I was down in Haytop, Missouri.
Where?
Down here in the Blue Hill. Yeah, I did 2 years there. I did 2 years at East Prairie, Missouri. You know, where I was one of 2 blacks within the whole district. One was a custodian, a bus driver, and I was the only teacher and coach of the district. So, yeah, it's right. It's 5 miles from Charleston, 10 miles from Charleston, Missouri. Everybody kind of know where Charleston is because of hoops.
Right.
So if you think of Charleston, think of a town that's exactly opposite on the other side of it, and that's where I was at. And, you know, being able to coach down in Southeast Missouri, you know, I tell people anytime, if you can make it in the Blue Hill, you can make it anywhere. And I was able to coach down here for 2 years. You know, Haytop is the poorest county in the state, Tennessee County, Missouri. And, you know, coaching there was definitely life-changing because, you know, you get to build real connections with the kids. Like, I can give a kid a ride home in the Blue Hill and not have to worry about getting fired. I can have one come to my house and eat and not have to worry about getting fired. I can worry, you know, so you can actually do the due diligence to coach the whole child, not just an athlete. And about some of those same principles in St. Louis. We just had John on. I was actually the girls' basketball coach the year before him when I was at the shop. It was a good segue, you know. I was able to put some things in, and you know, try to get that program rolling. And I got the job at Roosevelt, and I went all in.
So when John brought up changing the culture, so that wasn't after you. You started it, but he pretty much finished it.
Steve Kerr.
Yeah, I tell him that I tell him that all the time, jokingly. I'm like, John, you know, I'm like the Mark Jackson.
Yeah,
got it going. You know, created some accountability, and you know, you took it over. And it's funny, you know, girls basketball, you don't usually see a lot of kids that stay, but I think the starting center, power forward, was one of the girls I started as a freshman, and she played all 4 years, and that was good to see that even with a lot of the, you know, upper echelon, upper tier athletes that came in his tenure, that one that we had as a freshman was still able to hold on and play with those girls that he brought in.
So how did you and John, outside of the coaching change at the V, how did y'all get so tight?
Well, I do graphic design, so anything you see Mo better, I'm probably the guy behind the scenes on his graphics. But, you know, besides that, he works at a junior high, he works at Union Middle School, and I literally probably went to more middle schools and St. Louis public schools than any coach in the last 10 years. That's how I was able to kind of get Roosevelt turned around real quick. And John works he works in the discipline area of Yeoman. So I always go and give me the worst kid in the building. So discipline, and let me try to save his life. Yeah, so you know, I got a quarterback out of Yeoman. That definitely helped us. In his freshman year, we went 1-9, but his sophomore year, we were 8-3. And he came from Yeoman, and he was one of the kids that was, you know, ISS or, you know, trouble or all this. And I'm like, give him to me, I can fix him. And, you know, I was able to have those conversations with John, and build a relationship with him. Like, who's over there? Who can I get? You know. And then I was on the AAU circuit for a while before I even moved to St. Louis doing basketball. So I knew him then as well.
That's what's up, man. That's definitely cool.
Yeah.
So going to Roosevelt, you said that you were a coach and AD. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was a head football coach, head track coach, and athletic director.
That's what's up. So, people know from months back, it was all.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah,
that's what I'm waiting to hear.
The story. I know that you can elaborate more.
Yes, sir.
Is that people that was it the PHL or was it the actual Misha that put a stop to what you were doing at the school?
It was the league. It was I wouldn't even say the league. It was the district's outdated policy that was like the gray area that I was able to be found up under. You know, I was a guy teaching in the district who take this in perspective. I was fired with over 20 days of absence that I could take for sick or just days off. So I'm at work every day. No tardies, no none of that, no infractions. The thing I found out, man, I moved to St. Louis. One, for better opportunity to get a head coaching job and to kind of escape a lot of the political things that I had to go through, being one of a few black coaches in Southeast Missouri. And moving to St. Louis, I thought I'd escape those type of things. But it's we're seeing right now with this COVID-19, the digital divide that our kids within urban St. Louis are facing.
Right.
We're seeing that kids not eating in our neighborhoods that we teach and serve. And people in power are scared of to shine light on those type of things.
Yep.
And, coaching in St. Louis, I didn't have my first year at Vashon, I was a co-offense coordinator with Butler Benote, and I was a head JV coach. So we had JV football. They took away JV football from me when I got to Roosevelt. I started the year with 17 freshmen, and I had 3 sophomores because they didn't get to play. So I had internal fight about, JV football. We had internal disputes on financial support. We had an internal fight with a lot of different things that, quite frankly, I just wouldn't stand for. I know my first tattoo was a man that stands for nothing will fall for anything. And, it was certain things that I was willing to shine light on that happened within the district that every coach that come after me is probably going to benefit from. But somebody had to bite the bullet.
Yeah.
So it came down to a lot of, it was a requirement for JV. We met the requirement, we played the game. Did I get clearance on playing the game? I didn't have to, in my eyes, because I was athletic director. It just was a lot of different things, man. And the only thing that was stickable was following players on Facebook. So that was the content in the rule book that they was able to, okay, all right, this guy hadn't done this, he hadn't done this, he hadn't done this. But he got this violation over here. Now we got him. And they gave me an option to resign, and I told them no, because I was like, how can I keep my job? They said, if you get the community support, you get enough letters of recommendation, it can be presented to the board. I had 400 kids walk out of a school.
I saw that.
Everything that was supposed to change the decision happened, except for the decision being changed. I got called the board meeting started at 7. I got called at 6:53 with the decision that the board was sticking with the HR decision to keep my termination. And the crazy thing about it, like, people can reach out to the document, and I kind of recommend them do it to figure out who did they vote for that didn't vote for to reinstate me, so they can kind of really see who cares about the kid. But that's neither here nor there. I get political sometimes, but I ain't gonna do so on your platform.
hey, it's all good. We definitely understand.
Yes, sir.
So for those who are not aware, who maybe outside of the loop, Coach Porter was fired from Roosevelt basically for contacting players through social media. And I'm looking at your comments here, and as you stated, it was typically for reaching out to the players and keeping up with their safety. Just from hearing you earlier speak about your experiences coaching at SEMO, being at Cape Cod, Cape.
Oh yeah. How you say it again? Cape Cod?
Cape Cod, Missouri.
Okay, got it. Cape, man, I don't know a lot about
Missouri. A lot of people call it Haiti.
Yeah.
Right,
a lot of people call it Haiti. If you ever been to Memphis, everybody knows Sykes because they stopped at Lambert.
Right.
Everything south of that is basically where I'm from. We all one big mountain pot.
Oh, okay. So y'all right
Yeah.
between Lamberts and Arkansas.
Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
so just from what you was just telling us earlier, the vibe I'm getting from you, which I definitely respect, is that you were all about change. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You saw something and you wanted to provide a light to those kids that thought that there was no light at all, that there was nothing but darkness. You wanted to give them a different perspective. You wanted to be there more than maybe what the parent or guardian maybe wasn't doing as much of, or couldn't do as much of, maybe due to certain circumstances. But you was out there, like you said before, putting yourself out there to support these kids. And for
Mm-hmm.
this to happen to you was definitely very unfortunate, man, because you was doing what a lot of people, should be doing.
Exactly. I salute you for that one, man. For
Exactly.
real.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, Coach. If you look at the social media policy, yeah, it was broke. But now once it was the actual direct message, even investigated, it was just say me and you Facebook friends, and somebody view my profile, it's gonna say Trey Porter is friends with, this person, this person, this person.
Right.
That's all they had. But that was enough for the violation for them to stick to. But a year before that, I had a coach fired for giving wrestlers a ride from Normandy to the bus stop. So you don't supposed to transport. You don't supposed to transport kids in cars. But I want everybody to listen to put this in perspective. Would you rather give a bus ticket to two 16, 17-year-olds
Right.
to get on the 70 and ride down Grand to get to the train station? Or would you rather just drop them off on your way down there?
Exactly.
Like, you got to pass there anyway.
Right.
So a lot of it comes down to common sense, man. And just like, yeah, that's what the rules say. But for the safety of the kids. I mean, I've had coaches, and I've been that coach, that literally got to stay at a gym or at a school for an hour and a half based on the fact you can't get this one or two kids a ride. His only choice is, okay, we got an activity bus, but if we play a non-league game, it's gonna cost us $700. When I was at Rashawn, it cost us $700 on a Saturday to go play at Sloop. And there's so much that the district got going on, man, that people don't know, that I just wasn't gonna stand for, and so that's just how I built that program. That's why I stood by those same principles. Or I would do it all over again. I guess, hearing them out, I guess they told me I should have told my principal. I should have told the administration. But I asked them, hell, I'm the AD.
Right.
And now I'm administrator one of the last person got to leave a football game. Yeah. I'm administrator one of the last person waiting on those kids ride to get there. I got to drive through chaperone a basketball game out of state or something. So it's like you pick and choose when an admin hat is okay to be deemed okay. But again, there's a lot of people, I learned real quick, a lot of people that promote change and give hope to the hopeless. So far, what I've seen in my 4 years here, they kind of try to cut them out and eliminate them there.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah. I just want to say I salute what you stand for, what you did, what you tried to do. So I just want to put that first and foremost. Second, how do you propose that we go forward with this type of stuff? Like, do you think the parents should have been involved more with like permission slips as far as social media or anything like that? Because as a coach myself, I coached and at the time when I was coaching them, I was friends with all of them on Snapchat and Instagram because of that situation where if you're trying to catch them on a phone or something like that, for sure you can catch them quicker on social media than their actual cell phone or through their parents or whatever. So what I did was I friended their parents first, and then asked for permission for the kids, and I told them what we were trying to do and everything like that, and they were all for it. So with your platform, like I said, I feel like I'm with you 100% on everything, you know what I'm saying, even before we had this conversation, and so that's why I'm glad you decided to join us and give your side of the story to it. So with that being said, for all the coaches out there that's listening right now and all the parents and future athletes, what is your perspective on that to go forward in the future with this? Because we all know that social media is the quickest way to get to any kids right now.
Right. Well, social media is the new telephone.
Right.
Kids not growing up in houses with house phones. School districts are providing students with data-only cell phones. There's a Sprint 1 million plan. It gives out basically 1 million phones. And St. Louis Public Schools gave their students those phones, but year 1 and 2, they couldn't call. Mm-hmm. Year 3, they did it again. They provided where you can get, I think, like 100 minutes or 200 minutes a month. So the thing is, a kid can go, if you text a kid through Facebook, the message is going to pop up whenever he logs in and he can get back with you. Mm-hmm. It's crazy now that we're forced to do Zoom. We're forced to hang out.
Right.
And per the code, every teacher that's doing it right now is in violation.
Right.
Yep.
So when schools restart back, there shouldn't be one employee of St. Louis Public Schools.
Right. Talk to him, man.
However, now we have to do it. They changed policies. They put things in place. I still got ears to the street.
Right.
So things have changed. But the thing is, you got to care about a kid. Bro. Listen, Roosevelt lost 26 games straight before my arrival. Mm. We won my first year there. We went 8-3 the second year, and 11-2 after that. Mm-hmm. So we were 6-1 when I was fired. Mm. But every kid, when that little girl got killed at the jamboree, it was like, all y'all hit me up when y'all get home. All y'all hit me up from now on. Mm-hmm. All y'all message me if you need something. You need a shirt, you got an interview. Because I was a drag specialist too, so I taught career linkage and how to get jobs and just post-secondary transitional skills. Okay. So by teaching these topics, like I was required by that curriculum to follow up kids for a year post-graduation.
Man.
So doing so, one of the options to submit that information is social media.
Yep.
And
so that's what I do. But guys gotta be proactive.
Right. And as B was saying, and as you said earlier, I mean, social media is like the biggest avenue to make things happen nowadays.
Well, he brought up a good point with the phones.
Exactly.
Because you can go find Wi-Fi at McDonald's.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you might not be able, that 100 minutes not a long time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's you get rid of that real quick. Right. Especially if you got like tournaments and things like that. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Exactly. And then, Coach, you speaking about coaching at AAU, for football, I don't know how basketball, like I said, I've been out there since like the last 5 or 6 years. Right. But if a kid flashing $4,000 on Facebook with 2 pistols, I need to know that.
Same thing I
said. Because I need to know, okay, we need to get this down before somebody come after you. Mm-hmm. 2, where you get this from, and 3, why you got them guns.
Yeah, mm-hmm. That's the same thing I ran into on Snap. I remember because like Snapchat, none of the kids' parents was on their Snapchat. Like I was like literally the only adult they had on there. Man, it was kids, posting pictures of them sitting on the couch with their shirt off with a girl next to them. These kids was 13. Kids acting like they rolling flake blunts, throwing up gang signs, everything like that. You nip that in the bud early with that because their parents ain't gonna catch that, and that's the advantage of it. Which I understand. Some people, and it's the bad people that make it bad for you because you got the people that prey on children and do all kind of weird stuff with them. So I get the urgency of it, but at the same time, man, that's when you interview the coach. That's when you talk to the parents and you get their consent, everything like that, and that eliminates anybody like you said with Misha or with the student. I mean, with the student body or anybody, any administration, anything to get involved. If the parents say it's good, that's their kids. If they say, I'm going to play with Coach Trey Porter, being friends with my friend or my son or my daughter on Facebook, and if anything happens, I will further let y'all know I will be monitoring their conversations and things like that. But if they co-sign on it, then nobody should get involved in it. I don't understand it.
And Coach, the parents went down. They told them that. They had basically a sidebar meeting at the school exclusively for Roosevelt parents.
voicing their concerns, like, hey, we know he was doing this. We know he coming to our house bringing us stuff. We know, basically, quite frankly, he dropping the kids off from school or practice when I can't make it to pick them up. So the situation is, comes from basically where I'm from, down here in Southeast Missouri, these small farm neighborhoods of 4,000, 5,000 people. You are that pillar in the community. So you are able and you have to wear that hat to be more X's and O's and wins and losses guy.
Nice.
And, once you start teaching the kids that hey, it's okay. You need a ride home? Come on. I mean, I had kids that had 6 and 7-year-old brothers in the summer that couldn't show up the morning practice. I'm like, why you missing practice? I ain't got no babysitter for our little brother. Bring his butt up here. Like, we're going to create this environment. You're not going to miss because, you got this obligation. Your mama not going to pay for daycare when she got 2 16-year-old, 17-year-old boys at home during the summer. I'm going to pocket these 3 months. So now I got to use the extra money to feed you all day.
Exactly.
So, the reality of the situation and the real piece of it is what's being neglected by administration, some administration. Like I done interviewed, bro, this offseason since I got fired. I done probably interviewed at like 8 head coaching jobs. And all of them done told me no. But literally one of them told me straight up, hey, what you got fired for, that would have never happened here. We want our coaches contacting our parents and players by any means possible. And it's even on their district website, like as a form of communication of using social media, because you can stay with the Flintstones or you gonna speed up with technology.
Right.
And again, like I said, phone numbers change all the time.
Yep. For
kids especially. They get a boost phone, then T-Mobile come out with a special.
Yep.
Then Cricket come out with a special. Whichever one gonna give them $19.99 and unlimited data, they going to get.
And they can lose.
So instead of keeping up on them phone numbers, I'm finna send you a message. I'm finna send you a DM. Yep. I'm finna navigate whichever means of communication. And like I said, the big part of it was, I look into conspiracies too. I was an outsider. I wasn't from St. Louis. I took over a school that everybody laughed at when I went over there. I had guys around the city who was sitting in a meeting with me and told me, man, y'all ain't gonna never win no games over there. But the thing is, when you do so much for others and you feel a need, you can celebrate others' victory. The kids buy into that, man, and they know that I had their best interest. And that's why they played hard for us. That's why we won games. And the side piece to it too, the coaching staff that I had. Like we didn't have any coaches. I had one coach from St. Louis. Basically on the staff. I had 2 guys move over with me from Southeast Missouri. I had a guy from Georgia. So we were just like it was like on the outside looking, man, how are these outsiders coming in and win at a school that's lost 26 games straight with a whole bunch of kids from the South Side. And it just was different. And, it was rewarding because to see the fruits of the labor that we put in still continue even after I was fired. Like, I don't think nobody thought that the train was going to keep rolling once I was let go. And like I talked to my offensive coordinator and assistant head coach like every day, like I was in his wedding. But we talked every day. I said, bro, I went 6-1. You went 5-1. Like, how you get coach of the year? I won one more game than you. Right. So we joke about it, but they just goes to show you, like, I just always wonder, what if, if we could have kept rolling. Again, we was 2 games away from a state championship. Nobody's been that far in a long time within the public high league. And I mean, we sent 8 kids to college. I still was helping and doing a recruiting process with those guys after the termination. Like, they fired me from They fired me from the sidelines, but they didn't fire me from coaching my kids.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because this is something that either I read or saw somewhere, but it was to the point that on game day you will have your kids, wearing a casual attire game day.
Yeah, no. So Wednesday, we had winning Wednesday,
Right, okay.
And there was a situation to where kids didn't want to tie ties. Don't really none of that. So we incorporated that on Wednesday. We had mandatory study hall every Wednesday. Now I got a kid going to Missouri S&T from St. Louis Public School. He wanted to be an engineer. And that's, I got another kid who was a football player at the Boys and Girls Club. Youth of the year, he got third place. He was the only boy out of 4 participants. He won a Lincoln. So the fact that, we were able to instill values into a program of such as Roosevelt, it definitely was rewarding, man. But like I said, the winning Wednesdays after I left, the dean of students, he called me. He was like, "Hey, man, we love the idea. We've been talking about it throughout the whole building since she's been gone. We want to roll it out for our whole school." And it's just, by winning Wednesday, it's the hump day. Regardless of the weekly holiday, if it's always Good Friday and it's Martin King Monday, you kind of always on school on Wednesday. So there was an idea from, it's the middle of the week. Let's do everything we didn't do these first 2 days, and let's catch up and get ahead so we can finish these last 2 days strong. And it just was something that came about, man, just by going to coaches' clinics and talking to other coaches. When I got that Roosevelt job, after the first year we didn't win a game, I went to Detroit for clinic with the top 2 inner city programs in Detroit to figure out what they was doing to work and how they was winning. I went to Cass Tech. They had 4 players, 4 defensive backs in one class, all make it to the NFL draft. So I said, hold up, they doing something like it's in the middle of Detroit. It's a STEM school similar to Gateway. Over 4,000 kids. Big Sean went there. They got a big studio in the basement that he paid for. And, I went there and I'm like, okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. If they can navigate and do this with a school of 4,000 and harder to do, I can come do one with 700, 600 in South St. Louis. And boom, we took them same principles, and next year, like I said, we won 8 games.
Yeah, see, it's all about getting backed up by your community, man. And I hate to tell you like this, I don't know how much time you spent in St. Louis, but it's way too many haters here, man. Everybody look at the negative before the positive, and, a lot of people don't even hear you out when you got a plan. You know what I'm saying? So as much as I hate what happened to you I feel like God got a bigger plan for you, and just what you went through is going to help out future coaches, parents, faculty, all that, you know what I'm saying? Because they going to realize the error of their ways. And I just feel like, you seem like a good person, man. And, the passion you got for these kids is what we need, man. So I'm pretty sure you're going to land on your feet and it's going to be a better position and you're going to appreciate it more. But, I salute you again, like I said, for standing up for what you believe in. And we just all got to be in this together, man, for real.
Yeah, and like you said, that community support, man, that was the one thing I loved about South St. Louis, man, and being at Roosevelt, was that it's one of the last communities left in the inner city, man. And I mean, we had Fox Park people tailgate, Tower Grove East people showing up to games. We had, I had African kids on the football team that was kickers. Or my starting center, one kid who's going to Lincoln, he was a Congo refugee kid. Okay. So the thing is, we just used everything they had in South St. Louis and made it those kids proud about it. And it didn't help. It helped tremendously when Lil Baby came out with the Southside song.
Yeah, I remember they had the Rough Rider song when I was in high school.
So we was able to connect with, we the South. What we kind of ran with, and the guys got behind it, and it definitely benefited the area. And a lot of the the civil movement, the civic engagement was empowered by just the communities in the South Side, like, from our aldermen and our wards, like they was at games, our kids knew them.
Yeah.
Like we had team breakfast, and Alderman Christine Grassi would be there. Her kids are coming to the games, like, so we was able to go out and build those relationships. We had Fox Park Festival doing community service. So, you speak on community, like we had to teach those kids. Because, I heard about DFEG prior to me getting to St. Louis. And then kind of the school choice thing they got where you can live on North St. Louis and go to school on the west side or the south side.
I wish they had that when I was in school.
But, that hurt.
Facts.
But that hurt the community school.
Yeah, it do.
Like if I stay across the street and I'm going to Sodan, what happened when I leave that school, I don't care about. But we try to, instill that this the South, we the South. If you go here or not, from the time frame that you get off your bus to the time frame you get back on to go back to where you at, this is yours. And we just had to teach that, man. And that whole community feel and it's just big for me. And that's coming from a small area where Friday night the town shut down, everybody going to the game.
Yep.
And then my first game in high school, we'd have a big tailgate and the parachuters to jump out and bring out footballs, the game ball, every year.
Wow.
For the first home game, the Malta. Every year we had that. And I thought that was normal. But when I came to St. Louis and when I see parents not coming to games, when I see, not getting a lot of support, like it hurt me. So I tried to figure out how I'll fix this and let me go find these people because we got to get this thing rolling.
And once again, everyone, thanks for tuning in to the platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth, along with
B. Baker.
Stan is making that money right now, so do your thing. On the line, we have Coach Trey Porter. This has been a excellent conversation, Coach, getting your perspective, your side, man, and getting to the real of everything. So I definitely appreciate it. What's next for you now that you're done with Roosevelt?
Man, that's been everybody's question, man, and I don't know. That's the truth. I mean, I wasn't applying for jobs. I was in a funk. I was upset, worried about things that I couldn't control. But once I got out of there, I was like, you know what? Let me get back out here, throw these resumes out, do what I need to do. And again, I've been a finalist for 4 of the top jobs in St. Louis this year, and I didn't get none of them. So, I'm just weighing my options. I'm looking out of state. I've got certified in different states because again, one thing that helps me that a lot of guys don't. A lot of coaches I know in St. Louis, they're not certified teachers. So I'm certified in special education, so I can always find a teaching job. But I don't know. Like I said, I've been applying. I'm dancing with leaving the city, but every time I talk to people, they like, man, no, you got to stay here. You're not done. She needs you. I'm like, I got to get some people to fight with me if I'm going to stay here.
Exactly. Because it can't be a one-way street. It has to go both ways.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I it's proven that I put my career on the line. That little coaching stipend ain't worth saving these kids' life.
I definitely understand that. Definitely understand that.
So, I'm just floating around with a couple possibilities right now. When I know everybody will. But like right now, I'll be done. I'm in the master's program now to get my principal certification to actually run a whole school instead of a football team. So, who knows what's next, but I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row. So when the time's right, I'll be ready.
Hey, just know, man, from us, God has the final say.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Exactly.
God knows what you're doing. He knows that you're making a positive impact. He sees what you're doing, and something bigger and better is definitely on the come up very 100%. Soon. And it may not be on a time that you want it to happen.
But it's always going to be on time.
Exactly. So, definitely keep doing what you're doing, man. Let's talk about real quick the Missouri Minority Coaches Association. The last couple of days, initially, we were supposed to hopefully go to at the time before the pandemic, go to Harris Stowe, set up a table, and hope to be able to talk to
Right.
different coaches at Harris Stowe, but couldn't do it. So now you're doing it via Zoom. So tell everyone about the Missouri Minority Coaches Association.
Well, with the Missouri Minority Coaches Association, it's basically a networking platform for all coaches, but it's ran by minority coaches. So, what we're trying to do right now is promote coaches. It's a lot of JFL coaches that are good coaches, but they may not have documentation in the right place to become high school coaches. We're trying to get high school coaches that are offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, or position coaches to move up the ranks to be head coaches. So we're trying to promote coaching. We want to make it a profession that's respected across the board. We don't want guys screaming and cussing each other out at JFL games in front of little kids, and then they starting to think that's the norm. So we're trying to help those coaches. So then they'll transition to high school. Then we got high school coaches. I've seen high school coaches. I go to the sideline, and coaches don't even got on the same coaches gear, or they just don't look like the par. So the Missouri Minority Coaches Association is basically a growth network of developing coaches professionally. And we're in our second year now. I started the association about 3 years ago. Basically, our big brother organization is in Georgia, and they're big time. Their purpose of starting their association was to get minority coaches jobs in the state of Georgia, where a lot of deep segregation things happens with hiring practices. But for us, we have minority coaches in position, but are they carrying themselves like professional coaches? Are they equipped with all the tools necessary to get on an interview like this and articulate words and the entire process the way that it needs to be? So they're looked at as not just a coach, but also someone with an educational background, someone who's also articulate enough to lead men and mold those guys the way they need to be. And again, Coaches Clinic this year, we was loaded. Had a lot of college head coaches come down. And, a lot of the coaches are recruiting St. Louis.
Yeah.
St. Louis has put out a lot of college football players within the last 4 or 5 years. And those coaches, those college coaches, they want to know the high school coaches. They want to know, their position coaches, because it helps them in recruiting. But for us, it allows us to pick their brain and figure out what these guys on the elite level are doing. And so association, like I said, is free of charge. We've been trying to get coaches to join. We probably got a database over, 600 coaches. We like to get more because we like to get more younger. I say younger coaches. Like I said, when I first, 4 years ago, I was the youngest head coach probably in the city. I was 27. So being able to be a head coach at that age, I had to learn a lot, took a lot of bumps. Like, one I'm still working on is learning how to play the game. You know what I mean? So as I learned that, I got guys in the Minority Association that are helping me with that. So the issue we're having right now is, some guys think they know everything, and they're not joining, and then the other guys that are involved, they're not wanting to be all in. So it's a great organization. We do from an educational piece, we're focusing on trauma-informed coaching. Dealing with little Pookie, who cousin just got killed Friday, and we expect him to perform. We expect him to perform the right way on Saturday.
Right.
So we're educating coaches. That's been our educational avenue of trauma-informed care coaching. Because again, it's what we deal with on a daily in St. Louis.
Yeah.
But we got coaches from Kansas City. But right now we're doing an online clinic because nobody can get out due to COVID. So on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 o'clock for the month of April, we've been doing hour and 15-minute coaches clinics online. and we present them on Zoom. We share the link to the interested parties. Anybody want to chime in, they ask for the link. And we send it out. The guys go on and they learn some of the best practices from whatever coaches present that night. And that's why I was a little late tonight, because I was having to start and be the moderator for a speaker that was presenting tonight. So I was able to get them off, and still be able to have this conversation with you guys.
And we definitely appreciate it, man.
Sir.
And as we said earlier, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep grinding. Keep God first. He has a final say, man. You're going to be all right, man. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show and to get your story. Taking time out to speak with us, and definitely hope that once things are back in motion, that we can be able to still have you come to the show in person, and then when you have more events.
Oh yeah, so we can get back rolling. I owe y'all that. This has been in the works for a long time.
Yeah, man. And next time you have another minority coaches or any kind of event, hopefully we can be able to show up and pull up a booth and get things going as well, man.
Yeah.
And continue the network.
Yeah, man. Look forward to it, man.
All right, guys. You guys keep working, keep grinding, grind on, and again, just keep doing what y'all doing. You guys providing platforms for guys to get out and share their stories and tell their stories that a lot of guys don't have that opportunity to do so, but y'all giving us that.
Yeah, man, it's definitely my pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
And overall, should I say, in regards to the platform Sports Talk Show, that's what this show is about, man. That was my vision from the get-go, and I'm glad to be able to have Stan and to have B. Baker, earlier Sadal, and so many other people who's been a part of this show to expand and get to where we're getting to now, man.
Yeah.
This is why it's called the Platform Sports Talk Show,
That's
man.
what we do, man.
So I definitely appreciate it, and feel free to continue to spread the word about what we're doing. If people who need to have their story told, have them contact me, and let's make it happen, man.
All right, Coach. You guys, appreciate y'all, man.
All right, man. You have a great day, a great rest of the evening, should I say.
Right.
And be safe out there in your remote location.
You got to. God bless.
Oh, and I'm sorry, last thing. Suzanne Goodwin says, "Hey, Trey Porter."
Yeah, that's my. Hey, you know what? That's my girl, man. She was my assistant coach and John, so
right.
She was probably the glue of the Vashawn girls basketball.
That's the culture change right there.
That's the culture. It's changing every game.
That's been the one. She's been the one constant over there for a while now.
Yeah. She's great people, man. She was on our show a few months back, man. So check out our archive on YouTube.
Yeah, I shared it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I watched it, so.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, so it's so dope just to have, especially women who just have that knowledge of sports, man.
Oh yeah, we got them.
Yeah. So you have a good one, Coach.
You guys do right.
All right, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. 2 great interviews from John Albert III to Coach Trey Porter. It's been a great show, man.
Facts, man.
We did it again.
Yes, sir. You already know,
did
man.
Did it again.
Yes.
Man, the Platform Sports Talk Show. We going places, y'all. If y'all don't know, now you know.
Yep.
Suzanne says thank you. So I'm sure she's
what up, Gucci girlfriend?
Gucci.
Right. Well, my name is Susie. And Gucci think I love him. You know the rest.
Y'all know the rest. If you don't know, you ain't hip.
Man, y'all already know.
Man. So once again, for those who didn't watch the show earlier, as we know, this upcoming Sunday, the documentary of Michael Jordan.
Yes, sir. MJ the Great, Michael Jeffrey.
Yes, it goes down, and every first half an hour or maybe an hour, because we know it's going to be good. We will get into it. So since there's no sports going on right now, we are definitely going to have a nice discussion, and we want everyone to tune in, check it out, be a part of the conversation, give us your thoughts. Don't hold nothing back. We don't take nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? In regards to, oh my God, you said this about, no, this is a sports talk show.
I ain't my family member. I don't care what y'all say about him. I got my opinion about Mike, and we gonna go from there.
That's it. Well,
everything y'all got to say is welcome. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all talk about us. Now, if y'all talk about us, And we gonna get into that.
It's the issue.
We get into that. But Michael Jordan, I don't know Michael Jordan, so y'all say what y'all want to about him. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I think it's gonna be entertaining, man. I feel like that in store for us that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Because they telling us a lot, but not for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and we got Michael Jordan had what 4 or 5 home movies and stuff. So they can't touch on all this stuff too many more times. So I think they gonna, especially with 10 parts, they got some juice, man. You know, so they might ease into it, but they got some juice they want to show us, man.
Yeah,
especially with them having to keep asking them, can we do it, man? Can we
go ahead? And he finally gave that go.
We go, man. I don't even care at this point. I don't care.
There it is.
I'm secure in my life. All right, cool. We want to know.
Y'all can't tell me nothing.
Yeah,
good to go.
Yes, sir.
T-Bone, if you are still available, if you got time, give us a ring. Let us know. We'll definitely try to get you next week. But once again, the first half an hour to an hour for the next 5 weeks is going to be about the Jordan documentary talk, our thoughts and reactions. So get ready because the promos are going to be coming very, very soon.
Man, yes, sir. We getting it in. Man, shout out to my little cousin Marion. What up, man?
It's a Sunday, man. It's a Sunday.
Man, this is the longest week ever. I'm like, man, I'm just going to be working my butt off next couple days just so the days go faster, man.
Right. But yeah, it's definitely going to be dope.
I'll be at my dad's house watching that one, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, so did you have a final say?
Final say. Let me think of one real quick. All right, my final say going to be about... So it's kind of cliche, but I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm gonna keep it real short. A lot of people in following mode where, we watch, obviously, especially now that we sitting around watching everybody on social media, watching everybody on TV, it's a good way to get influenced by a lot of people. So I just want people to know that, what we see on TV, online, everything like that, like we always say, is smoke and mirrors, not real. Everybody's just putting their highlights up. But to reiterate the fact that the greatest thing in the world is knowing that you the only person that's like you no matter what. Like God only made you. You are one of one. The history of the world, nobody is you. So you good enough. You're important enough. You know what I'm saying? Make your own stamp on this world. Don't let nobody tell you how to think, how to act, how to talk. If somebody got a problem with that, then they a person that shouldn't be in your life. So just stay true to yourself. Be the best you that you can be. And, just continue to thank God for making you who you are.
And as I said before, earlier in the show, with this virus pandemic going on, a lot of people panicking, going crazy.
Yeah.
I just saw an article earlier in which a young lady, I think she was in college, she killed herself because she wasn't used to just the stay-at-home order.
Yeah.
Some people are just, you have the extroverts, the introverts, etc. People just not used to what's going on.
Yeah.
You continue to just trust in the Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've had previous posts about it.
Yeah.
But continue to just trust in Him. Instead of trying to figure out why this is going on, understand that this could be a reset that we need as a nation.
We do need
to come together more.
Yeah.
And it's not going to happen if you have negative vibes, if you have negative thoughts. It's not going to happen. Stay true, stay positive, keep the right mindset going.
Yeah.
And focus, use this time now to refresh what you need to do with your life.
Yeah.
Because you have more time now than what you probably would not have had if
yeah.
you were already,
definitely got that.
You know what I'm saying? If you was always out the mall, going to the clubs, whatever else. You have more time now to recalibrate yourself, your life, to get things back in order. God is letting everybody know that, hey, I'm going to start having y'all put all these things before me. I'm going to let y'all know who I am.
Yep.
So just endure. Keep a smile on your face and know that things will be all right, because the moment that you are down and you feel like it is nothing positive going to happen, that's when the devil's going to get on and like, oh, it's party time.
Yep.
Turn up. Here we go. I'm about to change this person around, that person around. She don't love God for real. He don't love God for real. They don't care about this person's life. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened out there today in Michigan.
Yeah.
Those fools trying to say, oh, they need to open up things. Being hard-headed, being stupid.
Selfish.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, y'all, just keep God first. He got y'all. Trust in Him. It's not about having faith when everything goes well. It's all about when you're going through the hard times too.
Yep.
So
well said, bro.
With that being said, next week is a family affair. Got my cousin Lawrence and his son gonna be on the show. Cousins, I cannot wait.
Okay.
He went to Ladue. It's gonna be a cool show, and may have some more surprises for you. But definitely tune in next week. It's gonna be a very, very fun show. Talking about this Jordan documentary and so much more.
I'm gonna have to get done with my stuff early so I can at least phone call this one in, man. I can't miss the inaugural weekend.
The inaugural.
You know what I'm saying? I might have to get up a little earlier. So I'm gonna have to make it happen, man. I'm gonna definitely at the very least make the phone call if I can't show up.
Yeah, man. Exciting times ahead. Can't wait, man.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. Once again, follow us on all the pages you'll see as soon as ends, all our social media information.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. Stan, we'll see you next week or I'll get you on the phone, etc. Everyone share what we got going on right now to all your peoples, and let's have more people tune in next week. It's the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Yeah.
I am your boy Smooth.
B. Baker.
Stan, next week.
Yep.
It's on the popping. When it's about sports.
It becomes our business.
And business just picked up. Peace out, y'all.
I'll let y'all.